Now I'll tell you a personal story that happened to me. It's very embarrassing. I'm going to tell you something extremely embarrassing that happened to me. And I'm telling it to you because I want you to hear a little bit about what the Rebbetzin was like. Did anything embarrassing ever happen to you? Probably everybody has different embarrassing stories that happened to them. I'll tell you what happened to me. This happened almost 51 years ago. I was a bacha, a chosin, and my father-in-law was Reb Zalman Jaffe, Olav Shalom. And he asked the Rebbe, can we invite the Rebbetzin to the Hasanah that's going to take place? His daughter, together with me, was a bacha in 770. And the Rebbe said, and this was in Yechidus, the Rebbe said to him, my wife does not go, she would not be able to come, she does not go to any public occasions, but she would be very happy to be invited, and she'll be there in spirit. And she knows you because you always say it with flowers. That's what the Rebbe said in English. You always, because my shvei is to send flowers to the Rebbe. So we went there on Sunday, Ches Tammuz, Tov Chav Gimel. It was a week before the wedding. It was a hot Sunday afternoon. And there we went into the Rebbe's house. It's the first time I ever went in. It's the first time I ever saw the Rebbetzin knowingly. She would come to 770 to see her mother, the old Rebbetzin, the Hamadina. But the Rebbetzin would go in through the side, through the back, when nobody was around. She was a very, very tznuah, very private woman. So this was the first time I actually met her. And here we were, my father-in-law, Olav Shalom, my mother-in-law, Olav Shalom, my brother-in-law, Shlita, my wife, who was my colleague then, Shlita, and myself, Shlita, with the Rebbetzin. 6 people around this table. The table had a beautiful white linen tablecloth, and there was fancy, like cakes and things like that, like there was like nice, good food there, like cake and drinks. It was a very hot day, and there was beautiful china plates, very nice material, set out beautifully. And there were gold forks, little cake forks that you ever see forks that you use especially for cake? Yes. Little ones, okay? These were made of gold, and they had a monograph, they had initials on them, SS. I didn't know what SS meant then. And later on I heard that this was something that the Rebbetzin got from her sister, whose name was Shena Schneerson, the youngest sister who was killed by the Nazis in Treblinka. The youngest daughter of the Rebbe, the Rebbetzin Shena. I'm sure you all know different people who are called Shena. You know anybody called Shena? Named after I have 2 Einiglach named Shena. Anyway, they had a little SS on the gold fork, and then there was beautiful crystal cut glass, tall glasses, and in these glasses, each glass had in it a straw. And the straw was made of glass. Did you ever see, who ever saw a straw made of glass? I never did either when I was your age. The first time I saw it was that day. It's supposed to be fancy straws to drink with that were made out of glass, the straws. And then at some stage we were sitting, we were talking, she spoke about England, she spoke about various things, the Rebbetzin. Then she said, can I offer you a drink? And she said, Choshen, would you like to serve? And I said, with great honor for me to serve. And I pick up the pitcher, which has in it beautiful cold punch on a nice hot day. And I pour into the Rebetzin's glass. Another like 6 glasses you're going to pour into. I'm pouring into the glass. And then I'm moving my hand back to the other side of the table. And I didn't notice the straw, because the straw was made of glass. It was transparent. So my hand, on the way back, knocked against the straw. The straw knocked against the glass. The glass fell down onto the tablecloth, and the punch made the whole tablecloth red. You can imagine what I must have felt like. I was ready to mach away from it. And the minute that happened, the Rebbetzin gave a big smile, and she said, it's a siman bracha. It's a sign of bracha. Just before wedding. That's a siman bracha, she said. And my shver, my father-in-law, said later on, the Rebbetzin looked so happy, he said, that he wanted to knock over another one, make her even happier. But thank God he didn't. So I learned from there that one of the qualities of the Rebbetzin was the sensitivity to another person. Every person who ever met the Rebbetzin, they will tell you that she was a person who always was thinking Ahavas Yisroel.